Hey everybody, it's Steve here. So Arlene and I took a trip to Al Ain, stopped by the Al Ain Palace, and then they turned it into a museum. This is where the Sheikh used to live, or the local ruler, part of the Nahyan family, and we'll see some of their family tree as we go through this. But as the outside shot, it's right next to the Oasis. So this is where the local ruler lived and kind of administrated the town of Al Ain. It's kind of strolling up to the entrance here. This is the front gate. Pretty nice architecture. It's free to get in, which is kind of cool. Got another shot of the sign there, and it's right in the city of Al Ain. It's right inside here. You can hear there was a call to prayer going on right now. Now, what was the name of the tree that we like? What's it called? The real pretty flowers that smell nice. Plum something, plum, I don't know. Anyway, that's a nice tree. It smells nice.
It's got some pipes, man. I love those trees, you know?
Yeah, those trees are really nice. The flowers smell really, really nice. It's almost like a there's a shot of Zayed as a young man. There he is as a older guy, as president of the UAE, the first president of the UAE. This is kind of the entryway along a walkway inside. And plumeria, that's the name of the tree. Frangipani is another name for it, so it's pretty nice. So this is all inside the palace here. Arlene just gave me the answer. Thank you. So, those look like pineapples. They're not. I think they're young palm trees, date palm trees. They look like pineapples. I wish they were giant pineapples, man. I'd go grab me one of those. Fruit here is pretty good. It's nice and fresh. So this is a little kind of walkway inside, all kind of little courtyards and everything inside the palace. It's really nice. The grounds are well kept and everything. It was a real nice day. It's warm, but not hot at all. It's a lot drier in Al Ain. It's a little farther inland than the Abu Dhabi's right on the coast. Another shot, some courtyards, nice little pond there in the middle. But again, all around the outside, over the wall there, you can see the oasis, all the date palms back there. So nice little pond there. So here's the family tree we were talking about. This is pretty interesting. So the Al Nahyan family. It's all the sultans. I'll show you some pictures here. But they didn't have real nice transitions of power back in the day. And Zayed's father was actually killed. You could pause it and read that if you'd like. So there's Zayed's brother, Shakbut. Basically, when they really oil came into, really all the money was starting to roll in from the oil. He was just a little bit less of a visionary than his brother Zayed was, and the ruling families basically stepped up and said, hey, you need to step aside and let Zayed take over here. So he became Sheikh of Abu Dhabi in 1966 and kind of led the union of all the Emirates into the United Arab Emirates. So these are all his sons, Zayed's sons, all around here. Good looking family. Another shot outside there. But yeah, Zayed's father was actually killed by one of his brothers. And they basically, a lot of the brothers kind of killed each other off. And so their mother, Zayed's mother, basically made all the brothers promise that they wouldn't kill each other. So Zayed's wife, her chambers, and I'm not sure what's going on there. So here's the kids' bedrooms. photography going on there. Or anyway, his mom made him promise to not kill each other. So that's I think a lot of mothers make their kids promise that, don't they? Figuratively, anyway. So no carpet, but they got this woven mat coverings for the floor. Pretty basic room, some furniture, but this was high living back in the day. Zayed lived here back in the 40s. He took over administration in 48, I think, and kind of administered Al Ain for the family until 66 when he took over as Sheikh of Abu Dhabi. It's kind of interesting having a knife on the wall there. I'm sure what you wouldn't want to scare somebody awake with a knife on the wall there, would you? Scary. So up on the kind of on the second floor there, so it catches the breeze going there. Of course it's all stone, so it soaks up the heat during the day, and then at night it kind of keeps you warm in there. So obviously there's no air conditioning or anything. So this was Zayed and his wife's bedroom. So again, it's I think just the fact that it's a bigger bedroom. You got a bed that's a lot more than what anybody else had back in the day. But of course, the lavish things these days. That's they would put little lamps there, that kind of a cover to kind of keep you from getting burned on it. A lot of the swords and things, decorations obviously around. Lamps, oil lamps for light in the evening. Obviously they didn't have electricity back then. It's a nice shot of the well in there. I'll give you a closer look later. That's a pretty deep well. That's where they get their water, obviously. And Al Ain is an oasis town, so the aquifer, so obviously it's higher than it would be anywhere else. This is a shot of some dates there on the date palms. Lots of dates. Big farm there in the oasis. Lots of farms, date farmers. And beautiful grounds. It's really nice. Everything's kind of open and spread out. Some pigeons there. There's some other rooms here, some sitting rooms. So I think it's really neat how it's not about partitioning sections of the room. They put all the seating area all around the rooms, and you'll see that in a lot of the places. And in the middle there, you got a little charcoal hibachi looking thing there that they would have the coals on it, and they would put the coffee. See the coffee pots there, or that's a little pot for water there. But that's all charcoal there on sand, and they would put the coffee on there to warm up to make coffee, and they'd all sit around. And that's snacks there underneath a wicker basket to keep the flies off of it, but that's just obviously fake there, but that's kind of what it would be, a pile of olives and fruits and things. It's a guest bedroom. Again, the woven mat there is basically like their carpet. Of course, then you got the actual wool carpets also on top of that, but it's kind of neat. And this is a little channel for water to flow in to kind of keep the pond there filled. That's kind of nice. You don't see grass too much around in Abu Dhabi. That's a shot of the well. It's pretty deep. Not a very good. I couldn't see the water from looking in, but a little coffee room here. Again, there's little hibachis to the coffee pots. They actually, I show it. I think that's right here. I show recipes. I get ready to pause it, but this is how they made their coffee. They basically roast the beans, grind them up, and boil them. So there's no drip coffee or through filters or anything. So they boil it right in the pot, and then do that. So this is a kitchen here. So pestle, the grains, and all the different things they would mash up. little cook, I think those are coffee bean roasters, I believe. Put it over the little fires there. And then that's what they would bake their bread on top of that. A little homemade table made out of palm logs there, date palm logs. I think those are straps for camels, I think. Pots for storage. This is a storage room. So there's another place to bake bread. Kitchen. So you can imagine how hot this would be in the summertime cooking in here. Whew. I would believe, man, I would be taking some of that stuff outside there. But some of the pots, and you get these big old pots here. Boy, you can make a big old pot of soup with that. Big cauldrons. Feed the whole tribe there, huh? All the different pots they would use to cook. Here's the mother-in-law room, which I thought it was interesting. The rifle is right there ready for her to grab, I guess. So I would be nervous about putting a rifle in my mother-in-law's room, but, you know, maybe they were trusting. Not sure who that is, if that's her husband, picture of him or what. A nice room for the mother-in-law. She's got her own coffee. Sword also. I don't know if she ever used that on her son-in-law. Probably not. Just like the coffee pots, real ornate. It's really nice. So cultural for this part of the world too. The coffee, to sit around and visit and share news and things like that. You always welcome people. So this is a crib. It's just suspended from the ceiling on a rope, and then it kind of rocks back and forth. You put the baby in there, back and forth like that. Or if you like to pester, you can spin it around. Used to do that with the kids in those little walkers that they had with the wheels, and I would spin them around that. Oh, no, that's mean. Little separate room here. So here's a big meeting room, and this is where they would have all the men leaders would get together and talk. But again, notice how there's no sections of the room or anything. It's all, everybody's around the outside of the wall, and you would sit next to the person you wanted to talk to. I don't know if they got up and moved or they talked across the room, but of course I guess if the talks really got heated, they could reach up and grab a rifle, and probably not. Those old rifles. Some pictures of Zayed. Now the big falconry here. He loved the falcons. Hunting. They hunt a lot with the falcons. Old radio. Listen to music. But they would sit and work things out. Probably looked a lot like that. Very distinguished gentleman there. Not sure who. Oh, that's me. Arlene got a big kick out of taking that picture. So here we are walking around outside. So they set up this tent area, and I presume that would be something maybe in the heat of the summer or something. They'd have tents outside, have some kind of setup like that to try to catch the breeze out there a little bit, but kind of a meeting area there with the tent. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. It's really nice and warm and not hot, but warm. There's another meeting room. This room was kind of neat because this is a little bit more like what the ceilings look like. So those are split palm logs on the ceiling, and then the palm fronds, they would strip the leaves off. That's an old matchlock rifle. That's an old one there. and to make the roof with that. So this is a little nicer. This is probably the nicest sitting room here. So this is up off the floor. You got tables and everything for the coffee. It's really nice rooms. It's your knife. So there's the belt. They would put that around and wear those. Mostly ceremonial, but it was a knife. And there's some more rifles. I think those are old bolt-action British rifles. So, shot of. Those are old Enfield rifles, British rifles. Like again, the British were here. They were a protectorate. They protected the here. So here's Zayed meeting with the Queen. How about that? There's another. This is how I imagine the talks would go here. Apparently, I've got an important point to make. This is vehicles that they drove around. Old Land Rover. They drive around. Pretty rugged. Thing's seen some action. So, not sure if that had air conditioning or not. Probably not. It's like driving a tractor around. Look at that thing. So, then the last little bit here is just a little garden off to the side. A little nice little garden place inside the wall. So, nice. Very nice. Birds. Hope you enjoyed the trip. This was a cool place, nice palace, and thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.